Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Christian Gavilanez, who will fight on Fury FC 101 February 7th. Hello, Christian. How are you?
Good, man. How are you? Nice to talk to you.
I'm good, and thank you for taking the invitation. And in just a few weeks, you will have your second pro bout, but it also will be your Fury FC debut. So, if you can tell me, how do you feel just few weeks before this fight?
Yeah, man. I feel great. I feel ready. I've been actually waiting for this fight. I've been having a little bit of trouble finding it, but I'm ready, man. I think it is perfect timing. I'm young and I'm ready to go. So I'm ready, man. 3 more weeks.
And did you have any chance of watching any of his fights?
Sorry,
Did you have any chance to watch any of his fights?
my opponents.
Yes, yes.
Yes. I like to watch my opponents fights. I'm not really like watching like 20 times and stuff, but like I'll take a look at it, see like a little bit of like his style, his stance and stuff, and yeah, think it'll be a good match for me, and think we're gonna get that win.
And actually, I think that he, at this point of your career, he's a quite good fighter to fight because he's a 2-1. So he's not like super experienced, but he got two knockouts. So I think that it will be a good fight, and it is like Fury FC did a great job to make this fight.
Yeah, absolutely. He was super fast too. Like I just reached out to the promoter. He was quick. He was fast. Super nice too. So when he offered me, like you said, it was perfect match. Like not really like too much difference on the record. So it was perfect. I think it's a perfect fight to make right now.
And of course, you had a really good amateur career. You were a peak fighting champion, which is of course also a big organization. And for the belt, you defeated Nico Suna, and I think that it was a really good fight, and it lasted for 15 minutes. So probably it also was a great like experience for you.
Yes, that was actually really good. It was one of my plans too. I think it really helped me to get the feeling of the 15 minutes before going pro. So it was a nice fight. Nico Sun is a tough guy, so it was really, really fun.
And last year you had just one fight. I believe that this was because of many cancellation. So probably this year you will probably want to have more fights than just one.
Yes. I think this year has been last year has been a real hard for me to like find fights, but just timing and stuff. But I think this year will be nice. I think I just signed a contract with 4 fights, so it'll be good for me to get more fights and get stay active on the year.
And tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that like the 15 minutes fights on the paper would be better for you because you have like 2 minutes additional 2 minutes to work, and it probably would be like easier to get finishes like you showed in your last pro bout.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think it's good for me to be honest. I'm not really one of those fighters that go fucking crazy like the first minute and they get tired. Like I think I'm pretty smart, like controlling my energy and let's see. I think I'm ready for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, man. I've been ready. I've been working.
And when I checked your topology page, it seems that you had your amateur debut when you were not even 18, right?
Yes, I think back in Ecuador, I fought when I was like 16, 17, something like that.
And
So I've been training for a long time.
and how many years did you have any like combat sport experience when you made your amateur debut?
So I started training when I was like 13, something like that. So a little bit of training, a little bit of time during that time, and I think 17. That's when I started the first one over there in Ecuador.
And you also had the like two bouts in one night.
Yes, so the fights over there work a little bit different, like different circuits, different organizations. So it was my first one just one time. I just fought one time, but my second fight in Ecuador, I had 2 fights on the same day. So It was a nice experience. I was really tired, but it was fun. It was fun. I had like 30, maybe like 40 minutes to rest after the next fight, so it was
B- b-
exciting.
But was it like the four-man tournament, something like this?
Yes, so it was actually kind of funny. I was supposed to fight another guy, like my same weight class and same age, kind of 17, 16. But I don't know, the guy couldn't make it. I think the drive was like too much over there in Ecuador. It's kind of like if you can drive, then that's fine. So I don't know. When I show up to the place, the promoter was like, he saw my first fight, my debut, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're not fighting kids." So he brought me up to the adults, and they had like two guys, same weight class, so they kind of did like a bracket. So 3 men or 4 men tournament, something like that.
I think that overall this kind of one night tournament are great, but it's like super hard to do this in MMA, like because of like injuries, because of this kind of things. It's really hard to do something like I don't know, like UFC one that you have eight fighters.
Yes, no, it was really good though, and like you're just there. You don't know who you're fighting. Like you're just waiting to go in there. So it's a nice experience. Super different, but it really helps a lot to get the nerves out and more experience too.
So probably when you were a teenager, you knew that MMA would be the like your journey, let's say.
Yes, yes, no, man. I've always had love for the sport. I don't really watch any other sports. Like I used to watch soccer, of course, back in Ecuador, but it's not like I'm really interested in any other sport. Like MMA has been my life since I'm like 12, 13. So
And if you can tell me more about the gym that right now you are trained in, because I know that you have a lot of good prospects, also the fighters like you, the up and comers. But if you can tell me name of the gym and maybe can you share any of the names of the fighters?
yes, yes. Right now I'm training at War Room in Fort Worth, right here in Texas, with my coach Stephen Wright. We have a lot of great fighters, man. To be honest, my gym is mainly strikers, but we have some good grapplers too, like Noah. I don't know. I think Davi talked to him about. Yeah, he's really good grappling. You know, I got some 25ers, 35ers. They're really good too. Romeo, Morris, Douglas. They're amateurs, but they're coming up. Romeo's actually pro. Who else? Davi, of course. He really helps us on the ground a lot. So we kind of just help each other out. We have a boss too. He's really good. He's like a state champion. Yeah, we have a lot of great fighters, man. Great prospects. I think we really help each other out. Like if somebody is really good at striking, and then the other one is a little bit better on the grappling, then like we transfer each other like really good.
I think that this is great that like in the same moment you can grow as the team and your like career can progress in the like in the same time, let's say.
Yes, yes, of course, man. And of course, Steven, like we have a lot of amateurs, like I was saying, but we also have like a lot of pro fighters. Like Steven Wright works with a lot of UFC guys. He's got a heavyweight, I think, right now. Kennedy, or I think Kennedy is his name. And we also have Razak. He just fought last weekend on the UFC. So we have a lot of names. Of course, one of my favorite training partners is Aaron McKenzie. He's a beast, man. So I really take example from these guys. Like I see their careers and I really want to follow it and be like them. So it's really good to have like a example, and then you can work towards that.
And actually, I had, I believe, last year a chance to speak to Aaron, and I think that it is like really I don't understand how he's not fighting for the UFC right now because he was LFA champion. He's like super experienced fighter. He fought in the Ultimate Fighter, so I think that his place should be in the UFC because of his like experience and of course skills.
Yes, man. Of course, I think his level is UFC definitely, man. Like I've sparred with some UFC guys, and he's right up there, man. His grappling is really good. His striking also really good. Like some people think he's just like a jiu-jitsu guy, but nah, he can strike too. We've been having our like little wars right there in the gym. He drives every Friday from Oklahoma, so it's like 4 hours or something like that. And yeah, man, we just get some good work in, and then he just drives back to Oklahoma.
And when you are thinking about your career, about like next 3 or 5 years, when would be like the perfect moment for you to go to the like biggest organizations, probably even the UFC?
Yes, man, that's obviously the goal for everybody. Everybody fighting MMA wants to make it to the UFC, so I think I think I belong there. I think sooner than later I'll be there. Um, with this new opportunity, new contract, I have four more fights. So hopefully, God willing, we can make it to 4-0, 5-0, and take a shot at the contender series and be up there like I don't know, 23, 22. Like I'm young right now, so I think it's perfect timing.
And I also think that there are a few really good fighters in UFC from Ecuador. It's of course like Marlon Vera is the like obvious name, but like also Michael Morales. That we have like Carlos Vera also in the UFC. So I think that also many other fighters will join in probably few years.
Yes, I think Ecuador has really good talent, man. Yeah, like you said right now, Cheeto has been like the leader, kind of. He's been there for a long time, so I think right now it's a lot more people trying to get to his level. And we have Michael, we have I think Carlos is his name, right? Vera.
Yeah.
We have a lot of more guys. We have like twin brothers. I don't know their names, but they're really good too. They're always in the UFC PI, so I think they're getting close as well. So I think hopefully in a few more years we'll have more Ecuadorians representing.
And do you feel right now, like 3 weeks before your fight, any like additional stress or pressure with the knowledge that you will fight against a good opponent on the like quite big stage, I believe, because Fury FC is like really big regional promotion.
To be honest, not really. I think, like you said, his opponent is really good. He's a tough fighter, but to be honest, I feel like I'm better. I'm ready. I'm ready for whoever. If it's him, if it's somebody else, I don't really care. I'm just ready to go and to show like the big stage. To be honest, it doesn't really matter for me. Like I said, I fought in Ecuador in like a small cage. I fought over here in Peak, so like it doesn't really matter if it's in my backyard. Like I'll fight, man. I don't really care.
And do you train like every day? Maybe not every day, but like 5 or 6 days a week?
Yes, yes, definitely. You have to. If you're really trying to be a professional, you really have to train every day. Maybe like I'll take a Sunday or a Saturday off, just to get my body some rest. But I'm always training. If something is hurting, like my legs or something, I'll do boxing, or my shoulders hurting, like I'll do fucking kicking or something like that. So I'm always trying to stay active. Always trying to stay moving, not being lazy.
And I think that this is good that you are a very young fighter right now because your recovery probably is going really, really fast, really quick, even if you are like beaten up. Because if you are like 35, sometimes you need to like find another ways just to recover your body.
Yes, I mean, I think I could do a little bit better job, recovering, but it is a little bit expensive to do all that stuff. But I think I let my body rest a little bit. I think sleep is really good so for recovery. So try to do a good job on that. Like maybe at least on the weekend, that I'm not working or anything. I'm just sleeping, resting, and trying to let my body get better for the week to start and start training again hard.
And in your opinion, what is like the biggest benefit of any combat sport training, even not at the professional level, but like just to like encourage young people to train any of combat sport?
I think jiu-jitsu is really good. If I say wrestling, yeah, like here in the U.S. they have wrestling in schools. So if you have a kid or something like he's just staying on the house, not doing anything, just put him in sport. He'll be really good. He'll be on the team with more people trying to get to a goal. So I think it's gonna help a lot of kids like get focused. If you put them in any sport like wrestling, boxing, I think it's really good. if that can help a lot.
Do you like watch UFC fights? Like today, we of course have a big show. Do you like to watch the fights?
I love it, man. I think most of the times when there's like super big fights, get like one or two friends and then we'll go watch it. See, like get some food or something and then watch the fights.
And who is your favorite fighter to watch?
One of my favorite fighters. Man, I have a lot to be honest. I think Yoel Romero is really good. He's a beast, man. Wrestling, striking. I really love GSP, of course. I know Peter Yan is a beast too. He's like a machine right there. He's just boxing, wrestling, whatever it is. So there's a lot of UFC fighters I like. I like to watch high level MMA, especially the weight class I'm trying to get to, like the 45s. I keep my eyes on them really good. So it's a lot of talent.
And when you are watching the fights, do you like to take some parts of the fighter's game that you think that, oh, maybe it would be good for me to use it in the cage?
Yes, of course, man. Like if you're watching high level MMA, you're always trying to learn something new. Like especially if it's not like a big fight or anything, like you're just watching on your phone, you're definitely studying, trying to see what you can do better, and there's always something to learn. So you can always watch a little bit and learn something new.
And in UFC 311 main event, because of course there was a big change. Who do you think will win?
Between Renato and Islam,
Yes.
I think Renato's good, man. He's a tough guy, jiu-jitsu, but I think Islam is just he's been ready, as well. He's been training for 5 rounds, so I'm not sure if Renato has been training for 5 rounds. So we'll see what happens. You never know, but you never know. A kick, something can happen. So we'll see what happens.
But I think that this kind of moment is so crazy that if Renato would win, it would be like a historical moment because he
Yeah,
didn't knew just 1 day ago that he will fight for the belt.
that would be crazy. I don't know if he's what's his ranking right now. Renato, he's like 5 or 6,
No, I believe that he's like about 10.
10. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. Imagine the 10 guy beating the champion.
But of course, I think that it's also important that he made this weight 155, not 156. That he was ready. You will just can take it also to your game, or any fighter can take it to the game that you just need to be ready because the kind of crazy thing can happen even if it's like super tough to even think about it.
Anything can happen. Yeah, you always have to be ready, man. Like it can be a change. It just nobody knows what's gonna happen. It's just God's timing. He knows when to move stuff, when to do everything. So you just gotta be ready, ready and wait, ready to go, ready to fight.
And outside of MMA, when you have a little bit free time and you are not going to the gym, do you have any like maybe hobby, maybe passion that you are like to doing?
I mean, just spending time with my family. I'll say. I love watching movies. To be honest, that's my favorite thing. Just relaxing, watching a few movies. Spending time with my girlfriend, my family, my mom. I'm just relaxing, to be honest. Nothing really crazy. I don't have anything special because I'm training most of the time. But when I have free time, I just like to just rest and stay in my house.
And do you have any like how to say like type of the movies that you really like maybe comedies, maybe horrors?
I think, yeah, comedy. I love comedy movies. A few action movies will be fun, but I think mostly comedy. I'm not really big into like terror and stuff. My family doesn't like it, so I'm like, okay, we'll just watch whatever comes.
And do you have any like TV series that you right now watching or maybe like recently watched?
Nah, I'm not really big into series. Mostly like I watch a movie or I just play the movie I watch and I like again and again. So I'm just one of those guys, you know. I'm not really into like TVs or anything like series or anything.
And this is like a question outside of MMA, but if you can learn one skill and know it for the rest of the for the rest of your life, what kind of skill would you like to learn and know?
Like outside of MMA,
Yes, yes.
I don't know. I think I can learn a little bit more on sales or something like that. Like I'll be something useful. You know, if God willing, we make it on the sport and stuff. Like how to be smart with the money and like invest in a little bit. So that's something I can learn from a lot of people, and that's something I'd like to learn a little bit more.
It is probably good to have this kind of knowledge, not to be rich at one moment and just to be poor in just like a few days later or a few months
Sure.
later.
Yeah, exactly, man. Think we have a lot of examples of people doing that. You know, getting the money, getting the all that stuff, and then just not being wise with it. So I think uh, I think it'll be nice to learn how to control it and be organized with it.
Okay, Christian. So many thanks for the conversation and for the time. I think that this fight will be a really interesting one, and I hope that after the win you will fight quite soon, just to have more fights than last year.
Yes, man. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And yes, hopefully, man. I think this one is gonna be a really good fight. It's actually gonna be my first time fighting in Dallas, so I'm excited, man. I'm always traveling all the time, going different state, different places, but it's gonna be good to have my people in here supporting. And I'm excited to go with this guy, man. I'm ready for whoever.
So in the perfect scenario, what would be like result or the way of finish of this fight?
I want to get a finish, man. I don't know if it comes to standing. I think his boxing is really good, but I don't think he's got better boxing than me. So I think we're gonna be banging, standing up.
Yes, yes, definitely. It will be a very good fight. So once again, thank you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.